All right. Happy Fading Suns Day, everybody. It's a great day for modding. And again, Happy New Year. I got to say it last week, but I'll say it again. It is a new year, so we've advanced a turn, and now you can do your building. No, wait a minute. That's not how our world works as much as it does Emperor of the Fading Suns. If you have questions, comments about modding, please ask them. You'll see that this time we have opened straight. Wow. Should have the microphone where y'all can hear me. That's a much better. All right. You'll notice we've opened straight to the map editor because I do need to do some fixes to War is Heck. War is not heckish enough. We need to make it more heckable. So, for those of you tuning in, a few announcements. GGDA members, there's a meeting Tuesday at Georgia State University. Your guide to game jam success, Todd Harris from formerly of Hi-Res Studios, now with Ghost Gaming. Patrick Fram worked on some big titles. And others will be there to talk about how to make this jam the start of your game dev career. All right. Actually, let's show some Steam stuff too. What do you say? Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. I did want to show that there is a new Steam community for holistic design. But now that window's not open for me. Why is that window not open for me? That is unfortunate. Yep. Oh, well. If you're on Steam, look for the new holistic design Steam community. We have a Merchant Prince demo coming, Machiavelli the Prince demo coming soon. Machiavelli the Prince is the sequel to our Game of the Year winner, Merchant Prince. And we plan a public test for Machiavelli the Prince in the not too distant future. Not sure which is going to come first, the demo or the test, but either way, we'd love to have you enjoy both of those on Steam. All right, let's go into modding. That's why everybody's really here. I know. Hey, good to see a few of you already on. Good to see you here. If you have comments, thoughts, feel free to share. Make sure we got the, we'll make sure we have the chat. Yep, got to make sure we have the chat going. All right, there we go. Now we can monitor chat. Sorry, I keep forgetting I've got to change how YouTube displays chat these days. Anyway. All right. So the first thing to always remember, other than save early, save often, is where this stuff is. So let's go ahead and open War is Heck. It's not in the default. The default is always going to be your main gal folder in Emperor of the Fading Sun. So you want to go to your mods, right? So you see, come here to mod. And in mod, I've got the War is Heck folder. In War is Heck, there's its own gal folder. I've got the base galaxy here that I can overwrite. I'll often do these and test them under a different name, but this time we're just going to jump right into galaxy.gal. That is what the game will pull anytime it pulls a map for a mod. You see we're at Kish. We can check on Kish and make sure that it is how we set it up. If you remember, we have one noble as elite and the rest as noobs. That is indeed how we've got it. Their Palace Defense Force is a mix of noob and experts, veterans, as it were. So if you remember last time, I had forgotten to change the Hazat. So they had all these expert nobles. So we want to go in and fix their palace, right? Oh my, and even their scepters are veteran. Let's make all their scepters green as well. That's very funny. Not that it makes it all a difference, but for consistency's sake, let's make them green. All right. They have their scepters have not been in common for. They've still got their one elite noble, but the others will all show up as green. Dangerous for the impulsive Hazat, who are probably going to send their nobles straight into battle. Hey, we got some veterans. We don't want everything to be veteran in here, so let's reduce the experience of some of these things, just like we did in the Halan palace. All right, now we're much better. See, got some experienced infantry, which is good for Hazat. All right, and if you look in the fort, we'll see there's their pit bull. There's their assault. Oh, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Assault, all kinds of things. All right, now. So again, want to save this in the right place. So we're going to click Save As, and we got to do exactly what we did before. Go to where we keep our mods. War is Heck. And the gal. And guess what? We want to... Oh, sorry, we're in Ascend. We wanted to get to the star map for this part. Always save out from the star map. You want to get the whole big shebang saved. File, save as. There we go. So see, same deal again. Back to mod, back to Wars Heck, back to gal. Save the galaxy gal. Yes, overwrite it. Let it do its thing. And now we've overwritten it, and we're going to test it. We are going to test it. So we have there we go. The launcher ready to go. So let's make sure we got the right launcher selected. We don't, because we've actually been doing some playtesting on some things. We got to get back up to our own War is Heck. You see, it's saved locally. By the way, expect some good things coming up from Phoenix. I mean, you're already enjoying it, but expect more cool things coming out of it. All right, so we got that, and now we can play. My machine is being a little slow for the new year, so we will get that working better, more better. There we go. All right. Nice. Okay, looking better. All right. Now let's make sure we got it all right. We're going to start a new game, not continue our play test from before. We'll go ahead and be playing as Hazat this time in order to do that test. I do want to play a little bit more. One of the big things I want to test in combat is specifically how destructible cities are. That's a big part of War is Heck. I want fiefs to be destroyed, but I don't want them to die immediately. I like all this art, man. I really do like the Hazat art a lot. But it's always good to play as Lazarus. He's fun. All right. You got that classic warrior ethic. Got their charismatic leadership as a noble president. Of course, we've got Battle Master. Tempted to take a... negative trait as well. Despotism, inbreeding. Oh, I like rebellions. That'd be cool to have more rebellions. But then we have the battle. Oh, yeah, I like this idea. We keep the charismatic leadership. So if there's a noble in a palace, they're unlikely to rebel. If I don't have a noble in the palace, however, they are likely to rebel. I like that. I like that. That's a cool one. I go do another trait. I don't have to spend it. I can go on without spending it. But let's get him ancient documentarian and have some fun. Getting some old technologies. All right. Because I do plan to be going into ruins as quick as I can with that elite force. So let's research parapsychology to get on our way to theurgy. Want to test out how the relics impact this version of the game as well. All right, we know we've got a default Hazat start. Hey! Don Snaw! If anyone will have an edge in War is Heck, it should be Hazat. Yeah, I didn't give them the cool air power of the other houses. And that might be a weakness for them. I think I gave them a lot less cool tech, but I mean, they are the Hazat, for goodness sakes. They're going to rock it anyway. But you're right. When War is Heck, the Hazat love it. Love it. How you doing, Don Snaw? We need to do a stream of your mod. Why don't you tell folks about the mod you've created? while I load up my transports and sail for Beverly, or for the other continent in any case. Alright, we are the Hazat, so we're going to use one of our inexperienced nobles with a whole lot of infantry protection. I guess all of our noob stuff, and put them on our transports and sail them over to this continent. Let's start with that. And we will unload. We did not change the rebels. That's something I'm thinking of doing. I may take one pot shot from orbit just to make sure I've seen everything. Let's do that. But dang! That was a good pot shot. That's all the pot shotting we need to do. Go ahead and send our force on in. So this is interesting, because this is my first use of these noob nobles and their noob artillery and anti-tank guns. There should still be plenty to overrun this farm with no issue. But I'm not going to assault it. I'm going to go with normal. Normally this would be a good assault force. Whoa! Noble took a little bit of damage already. Alright, let's see if anyone got experience out of that attack. That's going to be one of the fun things about this game. Nope, he didn't. Ah! We got an elite infantry out of it. And one of our anti-tank guns went to veteran. That's helpful. I'll take that. I will take that. And let's go ahead and build a militia here. Mooks! That's right, we called our militia Mooks. I forgot about that. I'm not sure if I'll keep that. What do you think I should call the militia, everybody? 8-Ball Maniac! Allowing the rebels to build and expand seems right up War's Hex Alley. That's a good point. We don't have the building turned on for the rebels. That can get pretty extreme. You have to even really low production, or else they could really take over the universe. But that is worth looking into for that. I like that. I'm gonna write that down. Experiment with rebel building. I like that. Alright, and where do we want you guys to go? We can send them down to go attack that. Send them back to the main. We'll come back to them and decide what we're going to use them now. Alright, so way up in space we have our assault landers. Let's drop one assault lander in the lab, pick up a couple. Oh, they still veteran artillery. Might have left them a bit too many veterans. We'll see. Bring them up, bring them down. These guys will land up here. Unload what we see. We don't see much. Let's scout by orbital bombardment. There's not much in there. Let's get some anti-tank guns. We'll go right in and take that. Where we got a couple anti-tank guns. I like to mix my indirect and assault together. What we got down at the farm? We got one artillery. What we got up at the arboreum? We got a good mix of units. A shield. One anti-tank gun. Fort, two anti-tank guns. We'll take them out of the fort. And in fact, we know that we're going to want to use the bulk collar, pick up stuff from Fulton's fort as well. So let's drop both of these on the fort. And 8-Ball Maniac, you trying any modding? That'd be a kind of fun one to do, the everybody against the rebels mod. That would be interesting. Give the rebels more ability to build, become more a threat to everyone. Alright, drop assault lander here. Gets a good force. Let's attack the mine. Artillery took a little damage, but not too much. We'll wait and see what we want to do with them. Let's sentry the militia. Let's sentry the church. Alright, we emptied a bunch of troops out of the palace. So let's move a couple mooks into it. Oh yeah, I remember what I like to do with that. Get that engineer moving. Oh yeah, some of you might be noticing new symbols. That's right, this is a beta version of Emperor of the Fading Sun Enhanced that I'm playing right now. Yes, that does mean you might be seeing new things that we are testing that are not yet out there for public consumption. Anyone want to guess what these symbols on the planet the Space Missile Launchers mean? Go ahead and guess in the chat. Alright, so I like to build up this road to ruin, as it were. Get other troops heading up towards the ruins.
Unit spotted.
I want to invest in some air units for my Hazat, as I'm thinking about it. Oh wait, let me make sure everything, I meant to double check. Yes, everything lost their status, so now our scepters are no longer veterans. I will figure out if we can do anything else with those nobles. Yeah, check out that little one line. See, 2 lines, 1 line. You have a guess as to what they mean? Go ahead and post in the chat. 2 lines versus 1 line. Why would the PT... Hey! Apal Maniac says, yeah, I've experimented with active rebels. The trick is finding a nice balance between them being active and they're overrunning the galaxy. Rebels scum everywhere. Yeah, I guess this could be really low production levels. In this game, obviously, I increased their ability to activate ruins. And that one, you might want to decrease it. But yeah, I'd love the idea of a Rebel Scum EFS mod. Now I'm tempted. Rebel Scum mod. That'd be fun. All right, anyway. Let's sentry all of those. Okay, so here we've got transport. Oh, I forgot that I want to put my assault unit on that boat. Oh, well. Ooh, but I do know what I want to do now. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to take my last noob noble out of the palace, put him in the fort. Put a noob noble. Put the assault legion. Pitbull. And the smiter all on board. That's nice. Shoot that up into space. Let's land that in this mine. Let's unload it all. Let's march it down here.
Unit spotted.
What are we seeing in here? Ooh, there's an officer there. Now my noble's at risk.
Unit spotted.
Yeah, that's risky. That's risky. We're going to need to use some orbital bombardment here. Alright, that's not enough. I'm so tempted. We'll come back around. We will come back around. Yeah, look at that. Now you get to see it all kind of in one place. PTS missile launchers with 2 lines, anti-aircraft, anti-tank guns, all these wheeled units with 1 line. What do you think it could mean? Oh, I might have just given away. I'll let you take a look, and if you saw what it means, you know what it means. You want to ruin the fun of guessing in chat. Alright, let's get this Power Legion coming. I'd like to get that Power Legion with my nobles as quickly as possible. Alright. Go ahead and sentry the rest of these. Alright, now I get this good force here. These 3 tanks coming along for my noble to ride on. These troops coming on along. Sentry the one in the fort. This nice force moving out. Okay. Sentry that one. All of these troops heading towards the ruins. Getting these troops heading towards the ruins. Sentry that one on the farm. All right. Question is, am I going to be the... Hey, 1066 Hastings! Don't catch an arrow in the eye. War is heck. I guess there's something I need to look up. It's a mod I'm developing right now. I showed it in the last stream. I should probably link those 2 videos. You can check it out. The idea is to make harder to heal, create more threats. The rebels can activate ruins very early in the game. Give you some more elite forces early on that you want to protect. This is going to be so hard to get them back if they die. Yeah, a bunch of modifications. Yeah, and one of the big ones is it's a lot easier for these fiefs to be destroyed. We haven't seen them take much damage yet because there haven't been really big attack forces yet. Probably the most damage one of my fiefs took. Oops, I didn't mean to leave the planet. When I attacked this farm, you see it went down from full green to here. But I really am looking forward to more death and destruction happening. So now my question up here is, do I have my new noble lead an assault on this officer-commanded farm? He's got a pit bull. Sounds great. Thank you, Hastings. Yeah, have you got any modding? We've been talking about a few different mod ideas. I want this one where folks die readily. I do have the everybody's veteran but my noble. Elite, I should say. That noble's really at risk. Really at risk. But if he survives, he'll have experience. I can move these 4 units down to here, and the next turn they can engage in the attack on the farm. I can do more orbital bombardment. But then I wouldn't be able to lift them up and take them, conquer anywhere else that quickly. Alright, we're going to try it. This is war. War is heck. If the noble dies, the noble dies. Destruction of fiefs is absolutely something I'd enjoy seeing. All right, let's see what we do to this farm. So you see the farm starts pretty much at full. Health 96, okay. So we're bringing in this, oh, that's right, we did the orbital bombardment, so that took off 4% already. Come in with these, we're not assaulting. Tempted to faint. No, we'll do it normal. Ooh, noble took some damage. Not as much as I feared. Pitbull took some damage. All right, so that went pretty easily for it. So now the farm, wow, you can see how far down it went. Health is now 67%. Will definitely decrease the speed at which it builds, which it creates food. We'll build an mook here. Mooks are my term for the militia. It's in this mine. Maybe we'll build an engineer. I don't know. We'll come back to it, decide. All right, but you guys have survived. They have hit it and won, but they took some damage. Now the issue is, if I leave them outside, it's going to take a while to heal. So while normally I like to rush them to the mine, get them back on that transport, they can't reach the transport this turn. So I'm going to walk them into the farm, get a little more healing doing. I think what you're going to see is more units ending their turns in cities to heal than wandering around the outback, as it were. All right, we'll still have to decide what we want to do with this. Usual idea is either they attack this beef. Let's send them up the well. Let's go take the well. There's a well hidden way up here. We know that because obviously we were editing the app stuff. It won't take them too long. Let's do that. Let's send this force zipping along. All right, pretty cool. Gonna sentry that noble, because remember, we get that bonus against rebellions as long as we have a noble in the palace. So I'm wasting my elite noble sitting him in the palace. Lazarus is hanging in the palace instead of leading the charge, which is probably not what I planned on, but hey, it's an interesting way to do it, to try and level up the nobles. This is a more of that thing, though really Lazarus should be leading from the front. All right, where do we want to build engineers? We want to build an engineer here. Yep, build engineer. I think we want to build an engineer here. Build engineer. And while we don't have enough metal left, we can buy some. Let's go ahead and build an engineer in the shield. Build engineer, it will cost us 520 on fireworks. So yes, check out our house. Make sure we have income coming in. Ooh, we're spending some money. Let's skim some tithe. That might upset some people, but again, we're going to hope that our noble in the palace keeps it from being a problem. Let's see. Do the Lihalan have any technology we want? Give me, oh yes they do. Give me microbiology. And I'll give you technology psychosocial. All right.
Message sent.
That sounds like a fair trade to me. Okay. I think we're in good shape now. Tempted to buy the rest of the metal from the League, but let's save some money and keep going. Alright, first turn of war is heck. Not too bad. We took care of rebels pretty quickly. And we'll see what happens turn 2.
The Hazat.
Accepted the terms. That's a good deal. Got some militia. Oh, it still says producing a militia, not a Mook's Legion. I gotta check that. My name changed for Mook's. Apparently I didn't change it in all the places I shouldn't. I should have. Maybe Mook's is too goofy for it. Maybe I should just call them Expendables. Does that sound good and rude? Alright, I'm gonna wait on this to see what we do. Or bombardment, we'll wait until we scout it a little bit. Frigates will sit there. Alright, let's load. Hey, we got an elite artillery out of all that. Let's load stuff up. Load up these 2 assault landers. Send them up into space and bring them back down. We're gonna drop them, try and take out this fief. Load them. What do we see? Ooh, that's a bit much. Let's see if we can do some orbital bombardment here. This is where I should have sent that naval assault force. Wow, yeah, it did nothing except chip off some of the farm. Took out the AA gun. That doesn't much matter to me. That crash land my bulk hauler here. Or these guys. Get those 2 armored legions in. That'd be interesting. Alright, we'll come back to all of these guys. Got the transport there. How well did they heal? Not a lot. Not a lot. If I bring them in, I'm risking it again. I'm still very tempted to do it, so let's do it. Oh, yeah. Miter and Pitbull went elite. Oh, heck yeah, they're going in. They're going in. Let's do it. Do it. Move that assault lander up. Land that assault lander here. Crash land it. Not too badly. Hurt a bit. That's going to be bad for the bulk haulers. For stuff that's... For spaceships that crash land and try and heal in space, it's going to take them forever. Alright, let's deselect my space units. See how this farm is doing right now. Right now, the farm is... Oh, yeah, that farm's in good shape. But we will see what happens. This is my biggest stack I've used to attack with. I shouldn't say biggest. My most deadly stack I've used to attack. The one that I used on the other farm was equal size. It was like infantry and stuff, not pit bulls and smiters and assault legions. So let's see what happens. I should have assaulted and really done damage. Alright, Pitbull took some more damage. Farm did not take much damage. Alright, well. Build another Mook's Legion over here. And everyone can go back on their spaceships. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Now, these folks are not going to heal up more, so that Pitbull I keep sending in the lead is getting worn down. I'm going to put these up in space and figure out where we'll bring them down next time. Okay, they are done. Send this infantry up here. I have infantry both now. Let's build another infantry in here. Mook's Legion. Yeah, I got to change the name. Have you done anything with rebellion in this mod? Perhaps the troops require a bit more incentive to keep in fighting form. Yes, I did. I did increase the chance of rebellion a little bit. And I got to go back and remember what I did so I can have that in the file to talk about it. So thank you for reminding me, Don Snaw. Go back through my first video. Remember what I did. The beauty of streaming or modding is you can go back and see exactly what you did if you've forgotten. Alright, getting some movement in there. Moving and scouting! Alright, they should make it to that fief next turn. You guys are coming along. All of you, let's move that engineer. Get this engineer road building. Okay. You folks can head on up. This is the other test I want to have, is this big stack attacking the ruin, and see if I destroy the ruin. That would be a little unfortunate. Alright. You are not ready to attack a ruin. Well, I have AA coming. I'm not sure I've got enough anti-air to go after the ruins. See, I'm not crash landing this. Got that one anti-air unit. Might not have enough AA for this. Anti-air, we'll see. No, don't end the turn now. Let's see if anybody else has technology to trade. Diplomacy, Celestia, give me... Nope, you don't. Lexius? Nope. Why did I skip the Ducados? That was silly. Ducados always have technology to trade. There we go. Hospitals! That's something you want in this game. I will give them alien psychology for their hospitals.
Message sent.
Okay. Alright. Exit. How am I doing on taxation? Looks like I'm okay. Still a little worried. Still a little worried. Maybe build another engineer. Build an engineer here. Build. Oh, I'm already building a mook. That was a mistake. We'll build an engineer here next turn. Okay. Let's just keep going. I want to keep testing the fief destroying.
The Hazat.
No! Hospitals are valuable. Alright, diplomatic quest. Meditation for money. It's not a bad amount of money. We'll come back and decide. Ducados. 440. Reject. I'll take that one. 520, that's a little better. 460. I just rejected the Ducados because they had rejected mine. Leave alone. I'm going to reject that. Let's try the Ducados again. Give me technology, hospitals. I'll give you technology. Maybe they want meditation. And I'll give you a planet map of Byzantium Secundus.
Message sent.
See how that works. Alright, so we have this assault land, these two assault landers. Let's drop them. Got this fief over here to come after. Do some orbital bombardment on them. Ooh, lots of good stuff in there. Bam. Bam. See how to hit the farm. Did not hit a unit. Hit both that time. Yeah, that I'm going to have to crash land my bulk hauler again to have any hopes of taking this. Now, though, I got a lot of veteran and elite units, so I'm ready to do it. Oh, man. Did not take much damage on the bulk hauler that time. Am I getting too cocky with the Hazat Noble already? You tell me. Ooh, he took some damage that time. Yellow on the smiter. But everyone survived. Oh, that's what I like seeing. That's what I like seeing. I bombarded it 3 times, and I used a decent-sized force to assault it. A lot of damage got taken, and the farm was almost destroyed in that battle. I like that. Now it only harvests, check that out, only harvests 300, it only harvests 34 food out of a maximum 110. What I need to also do is see about decreasing the healing of the fiefs, decrease city healing. Sorry, taking notes, taking notes. That worked well, but man, this is only a 8-unit stack. Imagine when that's a 20-unit stack. I don't want it to automatically die when 20 units storm through. But maybe. Ouch, that farm. Cool, thanks, Don. Alright, let's build a mook here. now I think we're ready to go after another planet. We've got this naval force coming, and then they can come down and join my ruins assaults. All right. Oh, except that smiter is really, that elite smiter is really damaged now. I'm tempted to put the pit bull and the assaults on a lander. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check this out. All right. So putting a pit bull on the assault lander, putting the assault legion on. Whoops, can't. What's going on here? Come on, assault on that one. Talk about elite. We've got these elite artillery and anti-tank guns. Both of them are going to go on to the other assault lander. And in the bulk hauler goes the damaged smiter, the noble, who's now elite. That might be the new Lazarus. I don't know. And these experienced anti-tank gun. All right, now we've got a new assault force. It's the assault tank, the assault legion, backed up by one artillery and one anti-tank gun. Damaged as it may be, and now this whole assault force is going to Veracruz. So we'll see what happens when they tear that up. That's got to sit somewhere and heal for a while. I'm just sending it along because I'll eventually want it there. All right. Building an engineer on this farm. Cost 683. We got the money. That's fine. Let's do some exploring with my mook. Hey, ruins. Like seeing that, as well as gems and metal. Let's do exploring maybe. Sentry that one. You're having fun exploring as well. All right, now. Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't want to just assault right into it. This is a problem. These aren't like. You don't want to just assault into a fief unless you've got a whole bunch of battleships and stuff with you, because the fiefs will mess up your naval transport as they come on in. So you want to just drop them off in a hex nearby. So.
Unit spotted.
Woohoo! Look at all these goodies.
Unit spotted.
All right, we unload. How's that well doing? All right, we can take that well pretty easily. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nothing. Yeah, that was nothing. Now the question is, do we want to put these troops on the boat again? Or do we want to have them attack the ruins? How's our other ruins attack force doing? I'm not sure. Let's look. All right, so we've got this engineer building the road. Okay. We got this force coming on up. We have this force coming on up. That's a big force. All right, this will be our stack of 20 test. Now, unfortunately, we don't have that AA gun yet. We really want that AA gun. Tempted to put the AA gun in the freighter and crash land the freighter and do that attack this turn. Let's do it! Where are the Hazat? Alright, so we want the flat gun. And we got some good direct in that stack, I think. So let's take the artillery. Some more indirect in case there's a bunch of foot stuff there. Drop you down here. All right. That's going to be a stack of 18 attacking. So here we go. They don't have enough movement to attack this turn. So next turn, that'll be a stack of 18 attacking. Actually, be a stack of 20 next turn. Yep. Just, well, stack of 19. We'll move the engineer out next turn. All right. So close to doing it this turn, but not close enough. Sentry that one. Those all will sit. Those all will sit. That will sit. They will sit. All right, doing the well attack that we talked. Oh, we took the well already. Well, we've got our stack of 20 down south, so we're going to go ahead and move this stack to attack this other ruin. So let's get moving. Next turn we'll get moving. Actually, you know what's funny? Takes them a while to move through the forest, but these boats can move. There we go. Move you there now. We'll start building up a ruin attack force. I'm not going to go in with just that. Again, we want that AA gun. In fact, are we building a mook here? Nope, let's build an AA gun. All right, those folks will just sit. Let's do some trading if we haven't already. We have not. Celestia, she has no technology I want. Oh, yeah, we've got our trades in. Let's make sure our taxes are fine. Looks good. Get some income now. Planet is almost ours. Staccatos have a lot of tech. Malika's starting to research tech. Maybe they just trade with us. I forget. All right. I think that's a good place to end the turn.
The Hazat.
Ah, you're being a pain there, Hiram. He understands the value of those hospitals. All right. Let's skip. Wait, that's... I should have brought a frigate. An Imperialis. Remember, I changed the name of my frigates to Imperialis units. Take that to Veracruz. Have that one sit there to escort. All right, now, over at Veracruz, we want to bring down our 2 assaults. See how slowly these folks are healing? That smiter's not doing nothing. Alien space is problematic in this version of the game. All right, let's drop our assault landers up here, unload. What do we have in the farm? Right now, it just looks like an artillery. So that looks like a pretty good attack for me. Of course, what I don't have with this force is any kind of scouting ability. All right, we're going to drop them. The attack. Is there an infantry in there? A mook. All right, no problem. We've got that elite assault force now. Okay, so you two are undamaged, so you're moving down here. You two are damaged and have a lot of moves, so you're going to move back to the farm and rest. These 2 assault landers are going to jump up and head to Aragon. This bulk hauler will plummet to the farm and unload. These 2 units are healthy enough that I'm going to move them down with this. Everybody else, well, other than the bulk hauler, is going to sit in that farm and heal. And that bulk hauler is also going to go back to Aragon. All right, good. Yeah, all of you are going to sit here and do a little bit of healing for a turn. A little bit of exploration. A little more exploration. Some more exploration. Yeah, I might call my expendable exploring units. Gonna have those folks sit here for now. Not sure what I'm doing with my transports yet. This is what we want to do, though. All right, so you got this engineer. Heading over here for road building. So we can add another unit, maybe this artillery. Let's see. Yes, all right. Now we got 19 units attacking this ruins. Ruins starting at 100%, right? So, let's see. Oh, Goliath dervishes, a plague bomb. War is heck. War is heck. That's hilarious. War is... All right, so see what the ruins went to, but it was not destroyed. So I like that. I think it could have even taken a little more. Now that plague bomb is going to be a problem. I think we need that hospital technology. Quickly. Everybody's yellow. Even the spaceship. Let's get some of these folks up into space really quick. Who do I want to explore with? With whom shall I explore? The reason I'm saying get him into space is, yeah, plague in the game doesn't affect you in space. Our joke is that you go into Cairo stasis when you're in space. Not really a rule, but it's a fun definition. All right, anyway. Always explore with the noble. Noble into the ruins. 2 lost armored bolt callers. Heck yeah! St. Lexius' banner as well. Wow, now that's nice. Veracruz is mine. Welcome to Heck, says 8-Ball Maniac. Yep, Plague Bomb right off the bat. Oh my goodness. St. Lexius' banner is a good one because that reduces the cost. So if you look in here at the relic unit pay reduction bonus, it doesn't kick in yet. Ooh, elite. Elite bolt callers. Nice. Niceness. All right, let's get that holy relic heading straight to the church.
Unit spotted.
Scouting with holy relic, not the best plan. All right, we got 8 units we can move. We don't have 8 units can make it there this turn. But it is funny because that gives us a chance to get our really good units up in space where the plague won't kill them. That's not a bad idea. Get these 4 over there immediately and into a bolt caller. I like that. Oh, but we also have the noble we want to put in space. Huh. You keep thinking about it. Okay. Put that up in space. So I want to take it to Veracruz. Not a bad idea. Sure, let's take it to Veracruz. Now down on the planet, we can't move any of these into here, but we can move our noble back up here because there's a road. Put the noble and my anti-air unit, I definitely want to keep alive, into the freighter. Shoot the freighter up into space. I'm going to leave that here in orbit. Oh, they were close enough. These guys weren't even in the attack and they're plagued. What about over here? Shoo! We got to get folks away from our cities before we start plaguing our cities. We might be losing a whole bunch of units really quick. Engineer is plagued. That's not good. Yeah, I go plague the Imperial Eye. But that risks spreading it around my own planet a whole bunch more. Okay, the rest of the stack move on to, some of that will move there next turn. Okay, bulk caller will sit there. That risks it getting plague. I'd really rather not have a bulk caller have the plague. All right, we'll see. It's a free bulk caller. We'll see what happens. All right. A little scouting. Those guys do not want the plague units to come back to them, but they're going to sit here for now. You know what, though? I might put an infantry. It's going to take a while. I wanted to move that stack over here to go for this ruins. It ain't going to happen right now. I'm going to put an infantry on one of these transports. I'm going to move that transport for doing some scouting. You know what? I could do some more scouting of the planet itself. You. Not a bad idea. The rest of you will just sit there and my transport will just sit. Alright. We don't need our cruiser over Aragon right now, so we can take it to Veracruz. Not any turn yet. Let's see if there's any trading we want to do. You got technology. What do you have? Physics. And I'll give you technology. Alien psychology. That's a good deal for the Leholon. Give me technology. I want hospitals. I need pharmaceuticals. We got to be making deals here. I'll give you technology. Back to alien psychology, and I got to give some money. Give you money. By 800 and Byzantium.
Message sent.
Alexius, give me. You don't have any technology. Keem. You don't have any. Oh, you don't have any technology. All right. We got to get hospitals and pharmacy really quick. All right, let's see what happens. I'll make sure my house is still making enough money. We might need to increase that skim. Let's increase the skim. Hope that doesn't cause a rebellion on Veracruz. We do not have a noble in the palace on Veracruz, do we? Plague on Aragon! You rejected that, Hiram? Shoot. Alright, let's see here. Alright, you still are plagued up in space over Aragon. Leave that frigate. We're going to decide what we want to do with these folks. You are over Veracruz. You're over Veracruz. Decide what we want to do with you. You'll sit there. Alright, still scouting. Still scouting. Scouting? Alright. What do we want to build here? To attack that ruin. So let's get another AA, since our only AA might very well die in space from plague. You all just sitting here. You're sitting here. You're explorating. New engineer. I think we might be needing to build palace labs really quickly to get to cure for necrosis. But we also want to save money getting Theurgy for that Lextius's banner. So, I thought I'd be building chemicals by now. I don't think I will be. I think I'll go build another lab in my university complex. Send him a mook. And let's research. Oh, we've already almost got parapsychology done. Okay. Hey, alien ruins. Get you into the church. Alright, I have an engineer here. Do some road building, but I gotta be careful. I do not want you to get their plague, so let's wait and see where we go. Just gonna build a mine over in those mountains. Hey! Look at that! Engineer shook it off. Mooks went to red, which means this band and that band. Okay, we disbanded those two units. Whoops, I only disbanded the one. I want to disband the engineer. Alright, what? We did disband the engineer. Son of a gun. Why did that work that way? Not sure why that worked the way it did. Oh well, that hurt. Lost our engineer, but at least now we don't have any plague here. All of you can get on that bulk hauler. Get out of Taj. Got an elite bulk, got an elite one, got an anti-tank gun, got an artillery, got another veteran, And these I will take and land. Join this group. They will start heading over there. So it looks like I need to land these. Just sitting on space does nothing to your plagues. I'm going to have to land them somewhere safe where they can't infect anyone. That's a good idea. All right, that bulk collar. What do I do with this bulk collar? We'll come back to you. All right. So you are better. Send you to the palace.
Unit spotted. Unit spotted.
You are better. You're exploring. See, it's still taking a while to heal, even in the cities. All right, so let's see what happens. You're going to advance on the mine. That mine does not look too tough. Let's go ahead and see what our scouting by orbital bombardment can do. Oh, there's some stuff in here. All right, we've weakened that up now. So let's get these three. Leave the smiter behind still. This full force. Come in here. Normal. Pretty easy, man. Having that assault stuff, that elite force is pretty nice. That might be too good. Maybe I made them too strong early on. Let's move the smiter over here. We need to build some other troops. Build militia, Mook's Legion. Build Mook's Legion. Now we want to land this bulk hauler somewhere these folks have a chance to heal, but won't mess up everybody else. So let's bring him down here. I don't want to infect all the rebels and have the rebels suddenly infect me, but I want them close enough that they can quickly get back into the fight. So let's come here and see what happens. Definitely want to get my bulk hauler away from these plague units as quickly as possible. Alright, you were definitely sitting in the city. Everyone gonna take some, well, no, because I got some undamaged units. Just keep the undamaged units moving. Everybody else can sit in the city and get some healing in. Alright. You all sit there. Now that the plague's gone, he can come here. Alright. We want these to go somewhere and heal. Again, we don't want them near our other folks. So let's drop them somewhere nobody is. There's nobody up here. Let's come here. And I'm going to have all three of them sit here and hope that the freighter gets better. Okay, we got these two assault landers. I have nothing for these three vessels to do right now. I guess I could have them do something goofy like this. Drop down into here. Pick up what's in here. Up, land him down. Alright. Ah, shouldn't have done that with this one. That artillery needs to heal. Oh well. No healing for you. And that bulk hauler, I'm going to go ahead and land in my factory and let it do some healing. Factory doesn't give a big bonus to, it doesn't give any kind of special bonus to base ships, but it's nice to have. You know, I should be building a gunship or something. Alright, back. Oops. Yeah, back over here. We have one more tech. We have more scouting by orbital bombardment. Let's see what's here. Okay. These folks will just sit there. All right, Hiram, come on, buddy. Give me technology, hospitals. I'll give you technology, alien psychology, give you money, 1,070. Apparently my planet map from Byzantium Secundus is utterly useless, so let's go Veracruz.
Message sent.
Anyone else have anything? Give me, nope. 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 All right. Sounds good. All right. Let's see what happens now. War as heck has begun pretty auspiciously. Still making decent money. Ooh, man. Knock up that tithe skim again.
The Hazat.
Our psychology has been researched. Let's go for Theurgy. Lagon Aragon. Man, Hiram. Lagon Veracruz. Hawkwood. Yeah, we'll take money for physics. Well. All right, that's been a good stream. That's been a good test of war as heck. I like the damage to fiefs. I need to research what they're doing about rebellions. Got a couple fixes to make based on it. Again, do a fun point with it. I might be sharing around soon. Oh man, all of them went to red. These are good units too. Yes, I know. I could have taken it to Byzantium Secundus and infected other people's forts. I see what you're saying. Oh, Noble went to red. Oh. Wow. All right. I'm going to save it off here. War is heck. Plague is still devastating. Save as. War is heck. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of crazy already. So I appreciate you all. What did I do this with the cutoff screen the whole way? No, all right. Whew. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Stream looks good. Next week, maybe more war as heck. Maybe I'll go into Phoenix mod. Maybe we'll show off the changes that are happening in these builds. Who knows? Tune back on in. Oh, hey, we haven't done any of our building or metals yet. Oh, we got a lot to do in this turn. All right. We already saved it. All right. Take care, everybody. Lots of interesting stuff happening. Cheers. Have a great weekend. Rest of your weekend.